Looking for gadgets that truly deliver? Let me show you the underrated gadgets that actually work. By the end, you'll know exactly what's worth buying. Stay tuned. This isn't a trailer for the new Star Wars movie, but you'll still look like a Skywalker wearing it. They call it Cloak. What you're seeing here? A jacket that charges your phone. No joke. Over 20 solar cells sewn in like tech patches on a Jedi robe. This thing is lightweight, futuristic, with blue light strips in the hood that glow in the dark. The cells are surprisingly flexible, not rigid like you'd expect, and the fabric is even water resistant. The look is also strong. People will immediately think you're heading to a cosplay meetup or something like that. Unfortunately, it's still just a concept, a prototype. But when it eventually drops, it's supposed to cost around $1,000. Check out the link in the description if you want to know more. But honestly, if Anchor pulls this off, we'll soon be wearing power-like fashion. And speaking of fashion meets technology, sometimes you need a gadget that just works and looks damn good doing it. This here is the Lamelia from Ginkgo. Half wood, half glass, but full atmosphere. The lamp is dimmable and wireless, changes colors, and has a touch sensor. Super smooth. Perfect as a light source and decoration. Place it wherever it gives your home that special touch. You can choose between 3 different light modes, and this thing has a runtime of 50,000 hours. Pure power. For a price of about $70, you can buy it on Amazon. In my opinion, it's nice to look at, but no idea if I'd spend $70 on it. What do you think? And the next device is probably even more interesting than it looks at first glance. Stay tuned. Okay, enough with the cozy stuff. Time for something cool and smart. This here is the Keys to Go 2 from Logitech. A Bluetooth keyboard that you can pair with anything that speaks Bluetooth. Yeah, even with a TV. I think it's crazy how thin this thing is. Look at this! I'd be scared it would snap and I'd suddenly have 2 halves. It's quiet, super lightweight, cleanly built, and comes with its own cover that's really clean and minimalistic. For a price of about $60, you get the whole thing on Amazon. The link is down in the description. And if you think that's it with keyboards in this video, you better wait a little longer. I've got something else that you definitely never saw coming. But more on that later. Okay, you're probably wondering why these next gadgets belong together. And not only that, they're also changing the way we live. Watch closely. Seeing the world through Mark Zuckerberg's eyes sounds kinda wild, right? The guys at Meta have actually been working on their own AI glasses for 10 years now. And no, I'm not talking about the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. This one's called Meta Orion. No more screens in your hand, you just look, and it knows what you need. Gesture, gaze, voice, that's all it takes. Zuckerberg called it the bridge between the real and the digital. And if that's even halfway true, then this isn't just new tech. People are already saying AI glasses could replace smartphones. Crazy. No official price yet, but expect $4,000 and up. But what that has to do with the next device, we'll get to that in a second. This little device might end up playing a big role in our lives. It's called the HiDock P1. Looks pretty unremarkable, but it connects to your Bluetooth earphones. Records both sides of a conversation even in loud places like cafes or airports. Filters out background noise, and transcribes everything in real time with studio-grade mics. Kind of wild, right? All that from something this small. You can plug it into your laptop or phone, get smart summaries of meetings, and switch between recording and listening with a single tap. Basically, a pocket-sized AI assistant that handles your calls, notes, and ideas without lifting a finger. It's already out there for around $140. The Office Assistant as we know it? Pretty much history. But hey, let's step outside for a second. That's where the next device really shines. I wasn't exaggerating. Trust me. This thing, it's called an exoskeleton, walking suit, motorized whatever. And somehow, walking just feels easier with it. It actually helps you move. Not in a subtle way. We're talking 800 watts of power, real push, and it offsets up to 30 kilos of weight. Sounds crazy, but you strap it on. It weighs just 1.8 kilos. And suddenly hiking, climbing, whatever, feels way less exhausting. Finally, that part of life just got easier. But here's the wild part. It uses AI to learn how you walk and then improves it. Who even thought of that? As for the price, there are a few different models, but it starts around $800. Best to check the site if you're curious. But what connects all of this? Exactly, AI. It's already part of our everyday lives, and honestly, it's hard to imagine life without it. I've got a bonus for you on that, but first, let me show you something that might actually push in the opposite direction. I thought this was a toaster at first. Turns out it revolutionizes phone charging in just 2 seconds. Meet Swipit, a game changer that doesn't charge your battery, it swaps it entirely. Just place your phone into the hub and instantly, full power restored. Of course, you need the special case for this. The case holds a solid 3,500 mAh battery, while the hub keeps 5 fully charged batteries ready to go. No cables, no waiting, no dead phone stress. Right now, it works with iPhone 14 to 16 models. Wider support is coming soon. Price? Around $450 for the hub, $125 for each case. Sure, that's a bit pricey. But if this tech catches on, traditional phone charging might soon be history. Looks weird. Makes total sense. And what makes even more sense is the next device. Just think about that for a second. Sometimes it's actually a good thing when a device does less, right? But this one feels like it does almost nothing. It's called Awphone. And yeah, it runs on e-ink, like a Kindle. You can call, text, use Maps and WhatsApp, and that's basically it. No camera, no endless scrolling, no doom. I weirdly love the idea. Like, what if a phone didn't hijack your life? And get this, the casing is 3D printed, so it's customizable and better for the planet. Feels perfect for travelers, grandparents, or honestly just anyone sick of getting yelled at by apps. If it ever hits the market, I'd guess around $200. Kind of fair for something that does less on purpose. But the next device? That's a whole different league. You don't see stuff like this every day. This thing looks like it could launch a spaceship, but it's actually just a keyboard. Well, not just any keyboard. Meet the Halo 75 V2 from NuFi. Wireless, hot swappable, and wrapped in a glowing base that feels straight out of sci-fi. I wasn't even planning to upgrade my setup, but this makes you want to write novels just for an excuse to keep typing. The real magic is, you can pair it with up to 4 devices and switch between your laptop, tablet, and phone like it's nothing. Battery life goes beyond 300 hours with the lights off. And at around $150, it's honestly fair for a keyboard that might actually make you enjoy work, even if it does look a bit like a toy. Which, by the way, kind of applies to the next device too. They call this the Sunset Projector, and honestly, it delivers. Throws this warm, dreamy glow that makes you feel like you're watching a California sunset, except you're just chilling in your room. You ever wonder how many colors one lamp actually needs? Turns out it's 21 plus shades, all controllable through the app or this little button right here. Perfect for instantly transforming your space into whatever vibe you're going for. Pretty slick. And somehow under $20. Wild, right? But wait until you see what's next. I guarantee you've never seen anything quite like it. At first glance, this looks like something from an elementary school art project. But surprise, it's actually a legit camera. Meet the Papershoot, a digital camera literally crafted from cardboard. Somehow though, it doesn't feel gimmicky at all. There's something beautifully old school about it. No screen, just point, shoot, and trust the moment. Packs 18 megapixels, 10-second video clips, even time-lapse functionality. Super lightweight too. Just toss it in your bag and you're set. The kit includes extra lenses, a 32GB card, and this adorable little case. Runs about $120, and suddenly your phone camera doesn't feel quite so inspiring anymore. You know that feeling after a brutal flight or crushing leg day, where even sitting down feels like punishment? Yeah, someone clearly experienced that exact misery and decided to do something about it. Meet the Theragun Mini. It's honestly wild how much power they've packed into something this compact. The entire thing fits in your bag, seriously, and includes 3 attachment heads for different needs: gentle relief, deep tissue, and precision work for those stubborn trigger points. There's even Bluetooth app integration if you're into guided recovery sessions. Running about $200 on Amazon right now, definitely worth considering.